What's the deal? Welcome to AM Anarchy. Your man James Christos here, founder, MCEO, whatever you want to call it, the Anarchy movement. Again, welcome. We broadcasting live from Exclusive Wireless, 3724 Broadway in Midtown, Kansas City, Missouri. Make sure you come hit them up, get all your wireless needs met. They got us hooked up with everything we do in our mobile hotspots. Shout out to Motorola, Moto G. We rocking with this, man. It's how we document a lot of our YouTube footage and everything we do. You can pick this up here at Exclusive Wireless. Hit them up, tell them Anarchy Movement sent you, get that family player price. You know, we can't say on there, but they'll hook you up. So make sure you come through. Today's a special edition because we're doing an AE headphones giveaway. If you log in or you join us on the Google Circle and you're in the chat, we're going to actually just randomly pick somebody to give a couple of pair of these AE headphones away to. If you've seen earlier broadcasts, you've seen what they look like, the nice wood grain, stainless steel. I don't have them here with me because they're boxed up upstairs. I'm not going to bust the box open until I got to give them away. So join us on Google Circle, Google Plus, so you can join us on the Hangout. And we got two people we're picking to give these Studio 51st away to. Shout out to AE Headphones out of Oakland, California for sponsoring us. Again, for that South by Southwest deal. It was major. And again, shout out to Exclusive Wireless. All right, on with it. Today's topic. Got to take a sip before I get into it. Today's topic is being honest about your art or honest with your art. What I mean by that is not what you actually say or what kind of content you provide. What I mean by that is what levels you're actually trying to reach, what demographic, what people, what financial milestones you're trying to hit, what you're trying to do with your business. That's what I mean by being honest. What I mean by being honest by your art form is take an honest looking approach at what you're trying to do. And the reason why I bring this topic up is because I was involved in the KC Cypher series a few weeks ago. Well, it actually came out last week. And shout out to my man Jazz 64111 Studios, the commission. They put this thing together, man. It's KC Cypher series. They do it, I think, every other week. It's a really dope look for Kansas City, for the MCs here, for the hip hop that we do and what we're bringing to the table. This particular episode was titled the Hip Hop Edition or episode. I guess the premise was that they were looking for some of the heavier hitters in the actual quote-unquote hip-hop side of rap music in Kansas City, which what I would guess entails like lyricists, people who are more concerned about the actual art form side of it as opposed to like the commercial side of it, and that's the best way I can describe it. So it was a pretty dope lineup. It had myself, Approach, Datura of Datura Records, Broadway Joe of True Spitters, Abnorm of Jan Johnson, UB of Seth's Crew and Strange Music, hope I'm not leaving nobody out, Taha, a Basement Chemist and Heat Mob, and like I said myself. So as far as lyricists go, that was a pretty dope lineup. But what I noticed was there was a lot of buzz and talk about this cipher, especially after the trailer came out, that it was going to be crazy. Everything on YouTube is based on views. It's going to be crazy views. Everybody's talking about it. It's going to be crazy. These lyrics. And in my opinion, what happened was, we got on there, we did our thing, and it really didn't generate the interest that some people thought it would. And I have to be honest and say that that's because in this climate, in this market, it's very apparent that if you're not giving people what they want, if you're not feeding the fans what they want or the demographic that's immediately accessible to you what they want, you get no play. And that's not their fault. That is on us as artists. Like, we have to be honest about who we're trying to reach with our art. We have to be honest about who our art influences, and because we know who influences us. So you have to look at the people that influence you, and if they're influencing you, then you're probably going to influence people like you. So you have to look at what they're doing, who they affect, what kind of sales they have, what kind of buzz and demographic they reach. Like, you can't expect to have a Jay Electronica influence and sell Jay-Z records or generate a Jay-Z interest. It's not going to happen. They're two different things. And I think it was a good lesson because me, myself, personally, the way I look at it is the views were dismal to me for the first week for something that was supposed to have so much buzz, and that's with me on it. It has like 1,121 views. The cipher before that, which was episode 4, we were episode 5. The cipher before that had what you would consider more like, not necessarily like street cap, more commercial, you know, and that cipher was hot. And I think they had like 1,000 views in 3 days. It took us like a week to get 1,000 views. So that just really shows you like what people are interested in and what they want and what the fans are wanting. And as an artist, you have to be honest with yourself about that. Either you have to take the approach, I'm going to do what I want to do as long as it just makes me happy, and I don't care who responds to it or who likes or who buys or doesn't buy it. That's cool too. Or you take the approach of, I'm an artist, meaning I am a work or a contract for hire for the people, for the fans. And if I'm trying to connect with them and I'm trying to be relevant to them, I have to make sure that I'm making things that are relevant to what they want, to their lives, to what motivates them. You can't be mad at them because they don't want to watch your video because it's super lyrical, or, you know, in my opinion, a lot of people came to me and was like, yo, a couple of y'all got it off. The rest of y'all, man, I was disappointed. I thought it was, and really, I had to go back and look at it like, dang, let me see. And I was like, yeah, I could see. Some of us was lukewarm. I mean, I'm just being honest about it, because we're so elitist in our mentality that we're just these super artists and everybody should just be able to connect with us and understand because we that dope. And really, man, at the end of the day, this stuff is moved and powered by regular people, man. Everybody's not super conscious. Everybody's not super elitist in the sense of trying to dissect the art form and see what you really. Some people just want to feel good. That's most people. They just want to feel good. They just want to be motivated to do something, and they want to listen to something that helps them escape whatever their existence may be that they're not satisfied with, or that at least that they want to enhance. Let me not say satisfied with. So again, it's about being honest with your art form. You know, being honest with it. Like, don't try to make orange juice out of onions, man. Like, you just can't do it. And like I said, I even have to check myself, because people around the city like view me as MC, I guess, you know, more on the hip hop side. But then when I go to the hip hop side of things and those events or those venues, they look at me more like a commercial cat. So I'm really kind of stuck in between, and I've learned to kind of accept that and embrace it, and I enjoy it because it actually is who I really am. I'm like, I've been in the streets. I got a college degree. I mean, what you want me to do about it? These are my experiences. This is my life. So I don't try to make it anything that it's not. And I'm not upset with people about not being able to relate to my duality. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just what it is. There are people that do, and those that do, they support. And my job as an artist / businessman, because any indie artist right now, which you guys know this is what we specialize in, any indie artist is an artist / business, or business / artist, however you want to put it. If you're in this game talking about you're just an artist, you don't want to fool with the business, you just need to make music in the basement and hand out tapes or whatever, CDs to your homeboys, or send them emails, and that's it. And some people are happy with that. I know people that are happy with that. Don't come into the game trying to be on something that you're not really truthful and honest about. So that's one of the main things that, you know, I think hinders a lot of us indie artists right now, is like false expectations. Again, it goes back to being honest with your art. Being honest with your art. Like, not just being honest with yourself, because once you're an artist and you create something and you put it out to the world, it's not yours anymore. You have given it to the world to critique, criticize, analyze, maybe not analyze, listen to, not listen to, pay attention to, ignore. Once you give it to them, that's that. Once an artist that paints puts something on the wall, it's no longer theirs. Once it leaves, it's no longer theirs. So you can't be mad at how people assess and view it, because art is up to you know, the interpretation of the person listening to it or seeing it, observing it. So let's be honest about our art. Let's be honest about our art. Again, my best example, you can't be Jay Electronica and expect to sell like Jay-Z. It just doesn't work, and I don't think they even expect that. I think when Jay-Z signed Jay Electronica, he didn't expect that, and Jay Electronica probably was like, I'm not doing that. But they're honest, you know, they're honest about what they do, you know. So that's what a lot of artists need to do, especially here in Kansas City, man. We just need to take a more realistic approach at what's going on. If you're doing it for the love, love it. If you're doing it for the money, get the money. You know, and people that are doing it for money, you can't hate on them, because at the end of the day, while they're out there doing it for the money and keeping things generating, they keep the interest on us. They keep the spotlight on us. When a commercial cat has huge commercial success and it's tied to hip hop or rap or whatever, it keeps the spotlight on the culture as a whole. Your job as somebody who is quote unquote more influenced or concerned about the culture is to make sure you're relevant, so when the spotlight is on us, they pick you up too. I go back again to a J Electronica. This is like, these are the best examples I can come up. Like J Electronica's co-sign from Just Blaze, Jay-Z, and even different people in the industry before that is what brought him to light. It wasn't that he was just super huge popular. It was that there were people that appreciated him, that were fans, that had more pull and power than him. So everybody has to learn how to play their position. If you don't have the money, you better get attached to somebody that got the money. If you got the money but you don't got the art, you better get attached to a dope artist. All this works together, and this is one thing that the Anarchy movement tries to encourage in our city, is building that infrastructure. Building that infrastructure. You can't survive with just artists. A business can't survive with just the creators. The creators can't survive without the business. You know, there's a lot that goes in between this stuff, that goes in between connecting the art to the people and the people back to the art, you know. So, I mean, I definitely will say that, you know, again, be honest with your art. Be honest about it, and don't be mad when people evaluate it and critique it, because that's what we do. All that, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive, that's cool. But once it's out, it's out. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it goes, you know, so we got to be honest about it. Me, myself, on that particular cipher, I took the approach of, I'm going to use this as a platform to say what I got to say, and I was definitely honest about it. I knew what kind of ramifications the things I said would have. I knew that people would look at like, oh, he's hell of aggressive and he's hella hungry, and that's what I wanted to see. So I got out there like I was about to be out there with some young lions, because I'm a veteran in the game. I can't be out there fooling around with these young cats like I don't know what time it is. You have to get up here and get ate alive. You know, that's not what I do. I'm definitely the predator, not the prey, but you have to go into the situation like that. So that's how I did it. I went in, man. Shout out to everybody that supported me on my verse, that's hit me up with comments and support, and you know, see me hand in hand, and you know, shout out to Got Him a Success crew, man. I bumped into him on the street the other day, and he just like broke his opinion down to me on it, man, and it really kind of made me feel good as a vet in the game, and as somebody who's in his position right now, that I'm still doing my thing, I'm still relevant, I'm still blasting them, and I'm gonna keep that. And I suggest that you other artists that are out there on my status do the same thing, or lose your spot. It's just being honest. Like, you cannot be in this game and be lackadaisical. You will be embarrassed. You will get eaten alive. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. You can't be mad about it. And to the newer cats coming up, the young lions, you know, don't think just because you knew that you have a guaranteed position. You got to earn your spot. You got to earn it, and you got to keep it. Straight up. Because as soon as you earn it, somebody wants to take it, or somebody wants to dim your light so theirs can shine brighter, you know. So it's just about being honest with it. I've got a project I'm working on right now that I'm about to release April 1st, I think. I've been pushing it back or whatever. I tried to push it back because it's KC Cyber Series. I want some buzz. So thanks for the buzz, Jazz. Appreciate it. But April 1st, my project that I'm even putting out, as I'm making it and creating it, I know what I'm doing. I don't expect certain people to feel it, and I expect others to feel it. And even with all that being said and done, once it's out, who's to say what's going to happen with it? It's art. You just don't know. You know, you just create it and you put it out there. You be as honest with yourself as possible, and then you be honest with your intentions and where you think it's going to go. So, yeah, that's today's topic, man. I hope y'all keep it 1,000, as we all like to say, and rarely does anybody ever keep it even 50%, so everybody's got masks on. But I would hope that y'all keep it 100 and take the advice that I'm giving you on this particular episode of AM Anarchy and use it as a gauge to be able to guide yourself in your career, your expectations, so you can enjoy this, man. It's at the end of the day, man, this stuff is fun, man. I like making music. I was riding with the kids the other day, and they Like, do a verse, Dad. I bet you don't have it memorized on me. Spitting, man. Being honest, man. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love. So, um, hope y'all got something out of this episode. It's on rebroadcast. Again, thank you to Exclusive Wireless, our sponsor that holds us down here at 3724 Broadway. Got us broadcasting here in beautiful Midtown Kansas City. Make sure you come check them out. They got the Moto G. Again, this I don't know how y'all can get this. This is Better Life Today. This is a cool little phone, man. I mean, like, I'm not even really like a tech savvy person, man, but it's very easy to use. Camera's really dope, video and still pictures. Of course, it's an Android-based operating system, so it has the Google Play Market available to it. Shout out to Google too. We got some things to work with them. Um, and again, shout out to 906, our new business partner that will be doing a lot of the events that we do in Kansas City with. And if you've logged on and joined us on a Google Plus, or you like this video, or share it, or comment on it, again, you'll be automatically eligible to get a pair of the first headphones. Peace.